Have you ever touched your phone screen and wondered how it knows exactly where your finger is? You tap an app, swipe through videos, zoom into a photo, or type a message, and the screen responds instantly. But how does it actually detect your finger? Is there a camera watching your touch? Is there pressure inside the screen? Or is something invisible happening under the glass? Today, we are going to explore the simple science behind touchscreens. And once you understand it, you will never look at your phone screen the same way again. Before we begin, if you enjoy discovering the hidden science behind everyday things, be sure to subscribe to Secret Behind Things and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. Now, let's find out how touchscreens detect your finger. The first thing to understand is this. Most modern phones use something called a capacitive touchscreen. That sounds complicated, but the basic idea is simple. Your body can conduct a tiny amount of electricity, not enough to hurt you, not enough to feel, but enough for a touchscreen to detect. Under the glass of your phone screen, there is a thin, invisible grid. This grid is made from transparent conductive material. You cannot see it, but it is there. It covers the screen in rows and columns, almost like a hidden map. The phone sends a tiny electrical charge across this grid. When nothing is touching the screen, the charge stays balanced. But when your finger touches the glass, something changes. Your finger slightly disturbs the electrical field on the screen. The phone senses this change, and it quickly calculates the exact place where your finger touched. That is how your phone knows if you tap the top left corner, the center of the screen, or a tiny button at the bottom. It is not guessing. It is reading changes in electricity. This is also why touchscreens usually work better with fingers than with regular plastic objects. A plastic pen does not conduct electricity like your finger, so the screen may not detect it. That is why special touchscreen styluses are made with conductive tips. They are designed to act more like a finger. Now you might wonder, how does the screen detect more than one finger at the same time? For example, when you zoom into a photo using two fingers, this is called multi-touch. The screen can detect several touch points at once. When two fingers touch the screen, they disturb the electrical field in two different places. The phone reads both points at the same time. Then the software understands what you are trying to do. If your fingers move apart, it zooms in. If your fingers move closer, it zooms out. If your finger moves upward, it scrolls. So the screen detects the touch. But the software decides what that touch means. This is why touchscreens feel so natural. You are not just pressing buttons, you are giving signals. And the phone is translating those signals into actions. Older touchscreens worked differently. Some used pressure. These were called resistive touchscreens. A resistive screen had layers inside it. When you pressed hard enough, the layers touched each other. That contact told the device where you pressed. These screens could work with a finger, a stylus, or even a glove. But they were usually less smooth and less responsive than modern phone screens. Modern capacitive screens are faster, smoother, and better for gestures. That is why smartphones, tablets, and many modern devices use them. But capacitive touchscreens also have one weakness. They do not always work well with thick gloves. Why? Because the glove blocks the electrical connection between your finger and the screen. The screen cannot sense your touch properly. That is why touchscreen gloves have special conductive material in the fingertips. This material lets the screen detect your finger through the glove. Another amazing thing is how fast all of this happens. When you touch the screen, the phone detects the change almost instantly. Then the processor reads the signal. The software understands the action, and the display updates what you see. All of this happens in a fraction of a second. That is why your phone feels responsive. Every tap, swipe, pinch, and scroll depends on this hidden system. A glass surface, an invisible electrical grid, a tiny change from your finger, and smart software that understands your movement. So the next time you touch your phone screen, remember what is really happening. The screen is not simply feeling pressure. It is sensing a tiny electrical change caused by your finger. It is not magic. It is science. And it is happening every time you tap, swipe, or scroll. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, Don't forget to subscribe to Secret Behind Things for more fascinating stories and simple explanations behind the everyday things we often take for granted.